Hey everybody, BeyondDrewTV here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Planet Zoo. And I guess you should say welcome back to the channel in general. As many of you know, if you are followers of the channel and everything there, we took a little bit of a hiatus from making videos in general, in Planet Zoo specifically there, for about the last month to month and a half. And basically, quick reason being, just a quick overview, the basic reason being is that I just lost all inspiration for Planet Zoo. I had nothing. I just was I was kind of going through the motions. Many of you may have noticed with Thornton Hills Zoo that a lot of the recent builds in that were done by other people and stuff like that, and a lot of that was just because, again, I was losing a lot of inspiration for Planet Zoo in general, and I know I wasn't alone in during that time, and that a lot of other builders have kind of come and gone during the time as well. But yeah, I just was kind of having other people build in Thornton Hills Zoo. Maybe that would kind of kickstart my inspiration a little bit, kickstart my creativity, but no, nothing, not a thing. So yeah, basically just had to kind of I've had this similar thing happen with Planet Coaster. I think a lot of people who are really, building these games heavily, you kind of go through these little cycles almost of kind of having full-on way to go inspiration kind of thing, and then you kind of hit some low moments. And I've learned from Planet Coaster when I hit this, where in Planet Coaster I tried to like power through it in a way, and I just would build things that just I didn't like at all, and I wasn't having fun with it. So I felt that same feeling, or that same whatever, with Planet Zoo here, and I knew I just had to get up, walk away, put it down, not uninstall it, but I guess I kind of uninstalled it, but yeah, just basically just walk away from it and play something else. I play a lot of sports management games, so I played some NHL management and some NBA as well. I played Hearts of Iron 4. I just played like a whole array of different games just to get my head outside of Planet Zoo, basically. So, like I said, it took about a month and a half of doing that, and then finally, right around the time that Mr. Estan Wolf was done completing his amazing Pine Creek Zoo there project, I started to get the itch to do something in Planet Zoo again, but I didn't really know what. I wasn't really feeling like picking up Thornton Hills Zoo. It's just been so long from that. I'm not saying that that Thornton Hills Zoo is completely dead or anything, especially because there's a lot of projects in that zoo that other people have contributed to and built that I don't just want to throw to the wayside. So as of right now, Thornton Hills Zoo is still on a hiatus, as I still don't have much inspiration for it, but it's not dead. So we'll get around to that hopefully soon. Hopefully after we get a DLC announcement or some sort of update announcement, from the Planet Zoo team. Hopefully we get something like that soon. However, as of the time of well, that's funny. Oops. As of the time of recording this, the world is kind of going through a bit of a weird time. Personally speaking, I've been out of work now for about a week and a half, not through my own accord, just being told you can't work anymore. So, but yeah, it's kind of weird times, so I'm sure the people at Frontier are having some weird times as well, just like the rest of us. But all that being said, hopefully, we get some news about a DLC, and then hopefully that will kind of kickstart my inspiration and creativity for Thornton Hills Zoo. So, whew. All that being said, did I miss anything? Because it's been a while. Oh, yeah, there is one thing. I got a new computer. So that's a small but giant thing. So I got a new computer, and it's a brand new computer. Like, everything in it is fully upgraded. Gave my old computer to my wife, and we're going to get her set up so she can play Planet Zoo on my old computer. But yeah, I have a brand new computer that is just fully maxed out, so I can play now Planet Zoo. Planet Zoo might look a little bit different for those of you right now. You might see some things you're like, this doesn't look like my Planet Zoo. I have Reshade on right now. Reshade is a filter program that you can put on to make games look even more amazing than they are. Planet Zoo already looks awesome, but basically I couldn't do it before because my computer was not good enough. You kind of need a higher end computer to get it to go. But yeah, anyways, I got a new computer, so we can build a lot bigger projects in Planet Zoo, not care about the piece count as much, and kind of go crazy there. So, okay. I think I got everything out of the way. How are you folks doing? I missed you. I hope we're all doing well. Comment down below. How's your time in quarantine? If you're in quarantine like I am, like I said, I am in quarantine myself. Have been for the last little bit, and that's part of the other reason I got back into Planet Zoo. Kind of had a lot of time, so I was like, let's do it. So, anyways, all that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about what's in front of you here. If you haven't already figured it out, well, what I decided to do to kickstart me into Planet Zoo again was to do a recreation of a big big zoo that I have visited probably the most, and is, I guess, my local zoo, even though it's about 45 minutes away from me driving time. But yeah, I've decided to go ahead and take on a loose recreation of the Brookfield Zoo here. So I say loose recreation just because I'm not going for, like, you know, it has to be completely in scale, 110%, you know, model directly after it. I'm taking some creative liberties with it. This little front plaza here is actually one representation of that already. Since this is not, oh my gosh, my Xbox controller is freaking out already. It doesn't like it. There we go. Since this is not 100% the front entrance plaza for the Brookfield Zoo, but it is pretty dang close there. Gets the general idea out of the way. In 1 second, I'm going to go ahead and unplug my Xbox controller because it is freaking out. The right trigger gets stuck. Okay. Resituated. Yeah, had to get rid of the Xbox controller. It was freaking out there. But anyways, yeah, this is, like I said, we're doing a loose recreation of the Brookfield Zoo in Chicago, Illinois, or just outside Chicago, Illinois, in Brookfield, Illinois there. So I've talked about Brookfield Zoo a heck ton, so I'm not going to do much of an overview of it. However, there will be links down below or in the corner or any of that fun stuff for, I've done a zoo design video on this, and a lot of the beta zoo that I did for Planet Zoo was modeled after Brookfield Zoo. So yeah, I just kind of decided, I saw that no one is doing recreations of the Brookfield Zoo, so I figured let's go ahead and jump into it there. So here's our little front entrance plaza area there. And yeah, like I said, this is kind of the rough, kind of what it generally looks like. I kind of took some creative liberties for some of the things there. Had the start of the parking lot here. Now, the zoo has a rather large parking lot, and it's a diagonal kind of parking lot. It's kind of an awkward thing, so I had to kind of make a creative decision with the parking lot. And I basically am going to condense it down into this little plot here. No, it's not going to be realistic as far as like how many cars it can hold versus the capacity of the zoo or the general amount of people that visit the zoo. But again, I don't want to waste half the freaking map on a parking lot. So this is just going to be a representative. I'd rather have more of the zoo than the parking lot. So, you know, again, this is just like going to be a representative, quote unquote, parking lot, being like, yeah, the zoo has a parking lot, but again, we're not going to fill up half the map with it. So yeah, this is the general plaza entrance area for those of you that have not visited Brookfield Zoo. This is generally what it's like. These are your little ticket booths here. Now you might notice, I know some people have troubles with this. The guests kind of avoid these a little bit. I mapped out where the guests kind of go. And how we do that, for those of you that don't know, is that there are trash cans inside of here. So generally, when there's no trash cans, like this building over here has none, the guests will just kind of run through it if there's path underneath of it. But guests avoid trash cans and benches as of now. So you can kind of see that I've gotten them to kind of use this little path right through here using trash cans. So there is that for you. You have this nice little pergola structure right here. So I kind of liked how that looked there. But yeah, let's go ahead and move forward. So yeah, but what we're going to be doing for the building here, and if you notice, we're not doing time-lapse, obviously. And that's going to be a thing. We're not going to be doing time-lapse probably period anymore. I'm going to be doing more of the S. Dan Wolf, Jaunty Geekism starting to do this with his builds. I think Mask still does that time, but others are doing the same thing where basically I just want to build and not worry about a time lapse in the background. It probably doesn't seem like it, but being recorded the entire time when you're trying to build adds on just a little bit of a pressure to have to build continuously, and I'm not really geared that way. So again, we're going to kind of do what a lot of builders are doing now, where I'm going to build for a while until I'm kind of content and be like, this is good, and then stop and bring y'all in and kind of show it off and explain. So for those of you that like the time lapses and everything, I totally understand, and I do apologize, but yeah, this is just a better way for me to build, and we're going to get more quality content rather than just pushing stuff out. So as you make your way down that little hill there, and that is something to note that a lot of this build took a little while to do because this path right here goes down underneath this roadway above here. That is such a cool way for an entrance to a zoo. I always thought that was just, again, a really, really unique way for a zoo to have an entrance there. But yeah, it goes right underneath this main little highway, little roadway right there. So yeah, the pathway goes down and under. Here's your main welcome to the Brookfield Zoo. There you go. So pop it. Nailed it. So there you go. And then you have your little tunnel here going underneath. Very colorful, very bright, very vibrant. So then, yeah, you come on in here, and it's almost just like a little nature walk as you come on through here. And it eventually leads up. And this is a really tough thing to do. Terrain and pathing in this game They hate each other. It was so hard to get this to be like, you know, not erroneously crazy, basically, with the terrain changes, and have it be just really nice there. But yeah, so that took a while. But yeah, I like how they put a lot of these little planters right here with different natural plants to the area. So a lot of cattails. You see a lot of cattails in Illinois. So and then over here you have another little planter that's welcoming in a new exhibit to the area, which is the Great Bear Wilderness. I don't know. I'm using a lot of Google Maps for this, and I've been to the Great Bear Wilderness, so I know that that is at least 2 or 3 years old there. So. But anyways, yeah, as you come up here, you have 2 different directions that you supposedly could take, but in reality, you need to take the right direction over here, and this gets you up into our little ticket booth area. So, again, if you follow me since Planet Coaster, you know that I've built this structure before for our zoo in Planet Coaster there. But yeah, I thought here's where it came from, basically, is from Brookfield Zoo. So we have our little ticket booth area here. So a lot of little details here where the people would sit and stand and stuff like that. This is supposed to be a computer screen right here, basically, with your little mouse and stuff like that, little words on the computer screen. So try to get little details like that in for that. And then this is supposed to be like a little checkout area where, oh my gosh, stop it, Bruce. My cat's playing with something right next to the microphone. This is a little checkout area where your price would come up and little souvenirs that you can buy at this area. But yeah, it's had a lot of little fun in there, adding in little details through there for the little ticket booth, ticket entranceway there. So there is that. And then on the back side there, I had someone ask on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, by the way, I posted some pictures of this over there, and I will continue to post update pictures over there before I upload on YouTube. Someone was asking what this little structure is, and I think this is basically just another ticket booth for busy days. I think if they needed to, they can have people walk up to this ticket counter right here and just get some more tickets. So it's just an extra little ticket booth there. And then across here is a gift shop. I think this is a plushie gift shop, basically, and an information stand. So that's what we made it as well. And there's no interior. You're going to be restricting the interiors because this is a ginormous zoo in real life. So we really have to kind of limit what we're doing there. But some small little details I like that I added were this is supposed to be an emergency, or not emergency, for handicap. You can push the button and the doors open. So just kind of added that in. And then I tried to make a little, this is supposed to be like one of those vibrating coin operated machines that you sit in it and it like vibrates your butt or whatever. So yeah, I made 2 of those for this little area there. So I can probably put those up on the workshop if the people are interested. So there is the little entrance plaza kind of done up. That's this main little thoroughfare right here. So that is pretty much what I wanted to get done there. Started to work on some of the landscaping and gardening. Don't mind, by the way, all these buildings, basically. Just threw those in mainly for to get guests in here. I just wanted to get guests in here so you can kind of see the scale of everything and how we're looking so far. But yeah, this is kind of the main little front area there, kind of getting going. So yeah, for the next episodes, we're going to be tackling, right in here is an old historic entrance that is no longer in use right here. There's a big archway building that, yeah, again, used to be one of the main entrances. I don't believe they use it anymore at all, period. But yeah, there's a big archway building right here that used to be the old entrance to the zoo, or at least one of them there. So that's gonna be fun to build. And yeah, we'll probably get this kind of main entrance plaza all gussied up and built there, and maybe even start on the carousel plaza, because there's a nice classic carousel that's gonna go right here. Obviously, we don't have a carousel yet. I hope we get it soon, because I feel like carousels are like a staple of classic zoos. But the carousel goes right here with a really nice lavish cover and everything there. So, but yeah, again, if you are coming in here and you don't know much about the Brookfield Zoo or anything like that, I know I kind of skimped over and didn't talk much about it. Be sure to check the description down below. Again, I've covered a lot about the Brookfield Zoo in the past before, but yeah, I just kind of figured now is a good time to just go ahead and start recreating it there. So, hey, if this is your first time hanging out with us and you survived all my rambling about being off for a month and all that fun stuff, do be sure to hit the subscribe button there. And also, if you've made it this far, don't forget to hit the like button there. So, but yeah, until the next episode of Brookfield Zoo, thanks so much for viewing, everyone. And yeah, take it easy. We'll see ya. Thanks so much.